Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. Recently I decided to watch Remember Sunday, which was way back in, I think, March or something like that, and it starred Zach Levi, and it's basically a gender reversal of 50 First Dates, only different because the main character, Gustav, he has suffered from a hippocampal hemorrhage, and his short-term memory, when he goes to sleep, disappears forever. And every morning he has to read a file that reminds him what he's done, who he is, what job he has, his roommates, everything that goes on in his life. And of course he meets this woman who works at a diner, and she leaves him a message on his pen, which actually acts as a way for him to record his every task that he performs and who he meets, and etc. And he just, it's a flash drive, and he just hooks it into his computer, and it transcribes everything so he doesn't forget. And you learn that he's a cosmologist, and he was working on this theory called the quintessence, or something to that effect. Just the whole idea of the quintessence is the fact of the matter that the universe is expanding, and it's accelerating. But of course, from watching through the wormhole, I already know this. And I was watching this film and I thought, why can't I find somebody who is into physics and string theory and astronomy just like I am, and we can sit and we can debate and we can have a good-hearted conversation about the manner of the universe and comets and meteorites and stars and planets and novae and things like that. I would love it if a man would talk to me like Zach Levi's character did. I would just melt. I think this man has an intellect that I would absolutely just moon over. Get it, moon? I had to. It's a horrible pun. But cosmology humor. I really love this movie, and it made me cry quite a bit. It's just really kind of an astronomical version of 50 First Dates, and beautifully done. It was very heartwarming and poignant, and made you happy and also made you cry at the same time. Walt Disney once said that a really good story, or a great storyteller, will be able to evoke every quality of emotion within how they dictate their story and leave you happy as well as give you a tear at the end. And this is that kind of a story. It evokes every possible emotion that you can possibly think of. I'm not really sure what else to say about this story other than Zach Levi. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best thing that he's done for a long time, other than the silly things he's been on, like Wieners and Chuck, which, you know, I'm not going to go into right now because I thought that it was despicable writing, and monkeys probably wrote the scripts, but yeah, that's a nag that I'm going to leave far behind. And the only reason that I ever watched the show was because I like Zach Levi, not because of the lack of plot. Needless to say, I really think that this is the acme of anything that Zach has ever been in. And I actually wrote to Dancing with the Stars and I said, hey, you know that Zach has a lot of talent and ability, and I would love to see him on your show because you had Bill Nye this year, and I really loved seeing him dance even though he tore his quadricep, and I felt so sorry for him, and hopefully he's doing a little bit better. I haven't really heard anything about that, but you know, I was rooting for him because I kind of had a crush on him when I was younger. Guys in lab coats, you know what I'm saying? Yowza. But anyways, it's one of my odd fetishes, but this is a really great film, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen Remember Sunday, then I go to Hallmark.com and get it on DVD, and I'm sure you'll appreciate the amount of time that was spent in making such a glorious love story. And it's complicated, just like real life, and it gives me hope as a hopeful romantic, and the fact that I'm not really looking right now, but I know that just like there are stars of the heaven, there are multitude or multiplicitous numbers of men out there who like string theory. And anybody out there who's listening to this, please, I'm begging you, I need an intelligent entity to speak with and converse with and have a repartee and a rapport with, someone I can actually relate to and who can understand me and not just look at me like I'm some kind of piece of meat. Yeah, I know I have assets. Who cares? My beauty one day will fade. Well, I don't know. I have good genes from both sides, so that's highly unlikely, but granted, I will grow old, and I might slow down a little bit as I age, but despite that, love conquers everything, and it is an element that we don't quite understand, nor can we quantify. But it's something that I'm hoping to see or experience again sometime in my life. I had kind of ruled it out completely because I'm more interested in success than anything else. I'm looking for a new job every single day, and hoping that I can find something in which I can help other people. That's why I got involved with the medical field. Unfortunately, if you've watched me long enough, I took my CCI and I studied all week for it, and I just, I racked my brain and I worked my tuchus off, and unfortunately I failed it. And at the end of that day, I just felt completely worthless. I felt no taller than an army ant. I just had no ego left. My ego was nil. I've thought about taking the test again and wondering where my strengths lay, and mostly it was with stress testing. I thought, yeah, I did a lot of that when I was going through my externship, so that's probably why I did better on stress testing than anything else. The dysrhythmias are always the element that throws everybody off if they're taking the CCI, and those of you who have taken the CCI understand and empathize where I'm coming from. But I'm hopeful that when I can take the examination in the future, that I can do so and pass it with flying colors and make the people who would become my employers realize that I want to go into cardiology, and I promised myself I wouldn't cry. I just want to be able to help other people and make their lives better and make sure they lead healthier lives, and ones that can be lived for the better. Excuse me. I didn't expect to cry, and I don't know what even elicited that response. It's just ridiculous. But I've been going through a lot recently. And, excuse me. I promised myself I would not weep with all my fans and supporters, but we are trying to relocate. Well, we're still going to be in the same town, and it's going to be in a smaller house. It's a uni level, and we'll probably have to build the suit, but things are looking up. Business is good, but I'm starting to get burned out on retail, and I really don't know how much more of it I can take. That's the truth. I really want to get into medicine. I should have chosen medicine to begin with back when I was in college, but no, I had to be an English major. had to be a liberal arts major, and I had to have an IT minor, and then I had to go back to school, and then I had to get regulatory affairs certificate, and then I had to get a biopharma 101 certificate, which I can't even use because Cook Pharmica won't even freaking hire me because I'm freaking overqualified, and it's just so freaking annoying. And I didn't expect this to be a rant or a confessional, but somehow it's turned into that. But I'm sorry, you're my friends, you're the only people who listen to me. Even though I've never seen you, your support is very much appreciated, and thank you. Namaste. Other than that, I can't really say too much about the film other than Hallmark always produces exemplary films, and I am definitely looking forward to their next installment, whatever it will be, and I'm hopeful that Zach Levi will do something, preferably with Dancing with the Stars. ABC, if you're listening, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, oh, do it. Yeah, do it or I will come and stalk you. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that type of person. I'm too ordinary. Actually not. I am abnormal, but I will not come and stalk you in your sleep. I already sent them an email concerning this, so hopefully I'll hear some kind of response in the future. Other than that, there really isn't that much going on. My father had his cataract surgery at his first eye done on the 7th, and the second eye was done on the 14th. And he may not need readers. Tomorrow he's having an echocardiogram, which I'm going to be participating in and watching and making sure all the valves work as they should, and preferably they do. I know that his arrhythmia was corrected, so the medicines are working the way they should and doing their job. I'm really passionate about this. I really want to get into cardiology and x-rays, and if I go into x-rays, I want to be involved with Doppler and echoes, and I just feel like I would be so much more suited to that. But I don't want to be like the people that were in diagnostics when I was doing that, because they were so pretentious. They were so holier than thou. They just lorded it over everybody else. Oh, look at what we can do. Ooh, we have all the knowledge, and you are just a little peon. And people like that make me want to scream. Do something violent. But no, I am not the type. I don't do such things. I just stay away. Anyway, I've ranted enough, and I've probably bent your ear too much, so remember Sunday, final verdict. 2 thumbs up. 5 stars. Hands down, best film I've seen so far for a TV film. And that is it. And I shall see you later. Shalom. And ciao!